Kyle Turris knew he was in the middle of controversy earlier this week when he picked up a copy of the Globe and Mail and read a feature article that clearly stated he was unhappy with his time playing overseas in Finland.
I read it for the first time and I was extremely upset. It put a very negative characterization on my experience in Oulu, and it was the opposite. It was a great experience that I'm very thankful I had the opportunity to do.
In Tuesday's edition of the paper, Turris was quoted as saying, "The food here is awful. On the road, we eat at truck stops. ABC truck stops. I'm not kidding. We file out of the bus and head off beside the highway for a buffet truck stop pregame meal. It's ridiculous." But now that he's back in Ottawa, he wants to state that his comments were not reflective of how he truly felt about his time in Finland.
It was just a mischaracterization of my experience. I mean, there's places I didn't like to eat, and at the same time, there's places I loved. Yeah, it was dark, but I mean, that's the way it is there, and I enjoyed it. You find ways to adapt, and that's what I did.
Kyle Turris says that as soon as he read the story in the paper, he picked up the phone and called the general manager of his club team in Finland. The two spoke at length, and Turris says the door remains open for him to return in the new year, and he insists there are no hard feelings between the two sides. Ian Mendes, Sportsnet, Ottawa.
How many truck stops between here and PEI have you hit?
I've had a lot of them, and I've had some great food in those The ABCs in Finland are one of my favorites.
I'm waiting for the Finnish truckers to surround his table when he goes back.
In fairness to him, he's used to private jets and food catered on the jets. And come on,
okay,
how do you expect these guys to tolerate this? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sick of these guys going over, knocking kids out of jobs. 200 of them over there, and now they all want to come home. I'm sorry.
And where is the surprise on that? Where are the clubs to sit there? Why, Sweden was smart enough to say, hey, we're not taking anybody on a short-term deal.
That's what they all should have done.
So maybe Pierre should have done the same thing.
Well, this was Finland. This isn't Austria. This is Finland.
Well, wherever.
It's a different country.
Wherever.
But I mean, come on. It's Switzerland. It's Austria. It's Russia. They're quitting everywhere. They don't want to be there. And you know what?
Why would they take
realize
them? Why would they take them?
They should realize how good they have it in the NHL.
Maybe give them
and how spoiled rotten they are in the NHL.
This is probably more on the teams, as you evaluated, than on the player in the end.
For taking them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand all that. But you know what? When you make a commitment, but I guess you'll say, well, the NHL doesn't hold up to their commitments.